Sorry. Hey guys. So like we have achieved our game 1 condition. So what I can do, I will simply delete this fake door. Actually, it is useless for now. It was a task of yesterday. Okay. So our fake door is deleted. So what we can do right now is, so whenever I am going into a door, it is saying game 1 and I can't move it. But when I click restart, nothing is happening, right? So this is something called as a game breaking issue. So our game is broken. Our game loop is not perfect. Okay. So to fix this, we need to allocate. So we need to assign some functionality to this button. So we will quickly do this in a video. It is quite simple. So again, keep this off. Like just make sure that our game 1 panel is off by default. This will get on only via our code. So just for editing, for editing, I am just turning it on. But whenever I am done with my editing, I will turn this off again. Okay. So just go to the restart button, and here you can see a component called as button. So there are a bunch of components. So focus on the component called as button. Okay. So just here you can see on click. Just hit on plus. So what will happen? The on click event is got created into this button. So what we need to do is, firstly we will write some function that we need to do after clicking the function. Okay, so we will write this function in a player script only. I don't want to complicate these things. Basically the good place for this function should be creating a different script, but don't worry, we are not here to make an optimized game. We are just here to make a game, and I hope everyone is having fun right now. Public void, make sure you are writing public here, because we want to access this method from that event, right? So public void on game 1, that means when our game is 1, these functionality will get triggered. Okay. Sorry, my bad, I am writing it a wrong way. We are writing a logic for restarting the game, right? So we should write the name of this function as restart game. Okay. So I will quickly test this. Debug.log button clicked. Okay. Logs are your best friends, so just take care of those. So now we have created one method. So we just need to access this method in this event. So how we can do it? Here you can see a empty slot again. So what we can do, again, you have to add a player only, because this script player controller is attached to a player game object only. Can you see? This is a player game object, and player controller is attached to this player only. So if you want to access this script, you need to drag player only, strictly player, to this button. If you are dragging anything else apart from player which is not having this script attached to it, it will not work. So we have player. Again I will show none by default, and player. Okay, we are dragging the player. Cool. So in the no function, like here you can see one button, and that is saying no function, means no function is selected. So click on that. Search for your component name. So here you can see rigid body 2D, box collider 2D. So basically this is nothing but a list of all the components. So what component we want? We want to access our script, right? So what is the name of our script? Player controller. In your case, this can be different. Okay, so this is nothing but your name of the script. Just make sure that you are not what I can say, blindly following this tutorial, but you are understanding it. This player controller is nothing but the name of our script. Here you can see this is the name of my script, which is attached to this. So that's why I'm first dragging and dropping the game object, and into that there is a list of all components. I'm accessing my player controller script, and in that you can see all the different methods, and here you can see a restart game public method. Okay, so you just need to click that only precisely. Okay, otherwise again it will not work. So what we have done is we have mapped this function, this public method. So if you have written this private, I will quickly show you, it will not work after compilation. You can't see now the method named as restart game. Okay, so the error will get shown. Make sure that this is public. Okay guys, otherwise it will not work. And just make sure that you are accessing the exact same function. So yeah, we will quickly test this. So right now for a testing purpose only, I have kept this on, just a reminder. So when I'm clicking here restart, so the debug.log is coming. Okay, so yeah, so our testing is working fine. So I will quickly add a logic for reloading the scene. So for this you need something called as using a Unity engine dot scene management. So this is very important, otherwise you can't able to load the scenes. Okay, so make sure that you are importing these things using Unity engine dot scene management, and what you need to type is scene manager dot load scene. Okay, and scene manager dot get active scene dot build index. I will pause for some time, don't worry. So what we are doing, we are telling scene manager to load a scene. Okay, so this is a method. I will quickly control X this. So this is a method. Okay, scene manager dot load scene. This will give you error if you can't pass anything here. Okay, so what we are saying to a scene manager, get active scene first, get active scene and use the build index of that scene. I will quickly tell you what is a build index. So again we are saying scene manager get active scene, means whatever scene is right now active, which is nothing but our level 1 scene, and get a build index of it. Okay, so we are passing this, like this is nothing but an int. If you can hover it, my bad, if you can hover it, here you can see it is an integer. Yeah, as simple as that. So we are saying scene manager to load scene. Again we are passing this parameter as an integer, scene manager dot get scene, get active scene, and we are using build index. Okay, sorry for the pop-ups, lots of pop-ups are coming. So yeah, I will quickly show you what is build index. So if you go to the file and if you go to the build settings, so whenever we are making build, that is our actual exe of our game, there are like we need to build each and every scene, right? So this is our level 1 scene, and this is what exactly you can see, scenes slash level 1. So that means in a build settings you can see our name, and here 0 is nothing but a build index. So right now we know the 0 is the build index of this level 1. So irrespective of writing this, if you are directly passing the 0, our code should also work. The error is gone, because load scene only wants a parameter, that is an integer, right? So it doesn't matter you are directly passing this 0, or it doesn't matter you are saying scene manager to find to get active scene and use that build index. Okay, so both are fine, you can try it, both will work. So I will quickly turn this off. Okay, so I am going here. Oops, have I done something wrong? Oops, I accidentally turned off the canvas. Here you can see. So if you have turned off the canvas, nothing will get shown. Okay, so just make sure that you are not repeating my mistake. So just turn off the game 1 panel. Yeah, and here you can see I will clear the console for you. I am going into the trigger. Yeah, game 1, I can't move, and when I hit the restart, the exact same scene will appear again. Hola, we can move again, we can go into the scene again, we can again hit restart. So this is something called as game loop. So now our level 1 condition is done. We will quickly code our level lost condition and death condition. Okay, thanks.